But Washington's defense hasn't been all that grand, and Washington's offense has been kind of putting it in pretty good positioning to win. I don't think they got beat up by the Chargers too bad. I think it was relatively fair.
Yeah.
If Heinicke had gotten the start, maybe things would have turned out a little bit better. But yeah, it was one of those things. But Washington's offense right now is kind of like their face. Even though they're supposed to be this high powered defensive team, they're not acting like it.
No,
not at all. So why don't you talk about what play are we looking at today, and why are we taking a look at it?
You're used to us picking out touchdowns because it's easy to get someone excited by just showing a scoring play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is not a scoring play, but it is a good example of a young quarterback who is operating at a pretty high level and understands good ball placement when it comes into understanding how to beat a zone.
Right.
So what we're looking at here right now is a 2nd and 10 play, a little before the 2-minute warning, and we'll watch the clip, and then I'll do a little more breakdown.
Sure thing.
This Heinicke, showing off a little bit of touch here, a little bit of talent. I love that play.
So not a dime. Not a dime. We got to clarify that it is not a dime. But, hey, it's pretty cool.
I would not call it a dime. It does require his tight end to make an athletic play, but that's fine.
But that's what you pay these guys for. That's what Logan Thomas got paid for.
It also was the only way that pass is going to get completed. So to start off, it's 11 personnel.
Yep.
They had Logan Thomas.
Pretty typical thing that way. Like usually a lot of the plays that we've been covering have been 11 personnel.
A lot of 11 personnel, especially when you have talented tight ends, which is something that will be featured in today's clips.
Yeah.
So Logan Thomas, the converted quarterback. You're welcome, Red. I almost did it again. I can't get out of this habit. You're welcome, Washington, for us developing Logan Thomas. The Buffalo Bills did.
Yeah.
He spent 3 years with us.
He did.
Yeah.
Did nothing, but
Did nothing, but learned.
This is
Anyways.
the payoff. This is the payoff.
So they put him in motion. It's 11 personnel, and they're going with the twins left look. That's like the simplest way to kind of look at this.
Yeah. So basically 2 wide receivers on the left. We have our Logan Thomas on the right. I think that's McLaurin up there too. Is it?
He's at the bottom of the screen.
He's at the bottom. Who's 82 then?
82 is Logan Thomas.
That's Logan Thomas. Who is that in the slot?
I don't know. I don't know his name.
Is that Humphreys? Is he right? He's with Fitzpatrick?
Oh, yeah.
That could be Humphreys.
I forgot he was there. Adam Humphreys?
Yeah, I think so.
Shout out Adam Humphreys. You're not about to make a play on this. The Giants are countering with a classic 4-2-5 nickel front, and they're going to be running a cover 2 zone here. And Logan Thomas is the man to watch in this play because he does a good job of feeling when he's in the zone because he whips his head around when he clears the linebacker. And Heinicke does a good job of doing what I had text to Matt, which is a classic under-over throw.
Right.
Which is how you will beat the zone coverage. You're going, I guess maybe it's over under. You got to go over the linebacker.
You got to. Oh yeah. So over the linebacker, which as for our visual watchers, we got the 3 in the back right here. We do have some guys covered. Our cornerbacks are up a little bit too.
Yeah.
Well, not an up, but enough at least in camera visual. So you want to get past the linebackers, but underneath the zone, and shoot if you can get past the zone. Go for it. Take it away.
Right.
But yeah, for this, it's 2nd and 10. It's 2 minutes 55 seconds left in the second quarter, in the first half, and Washington's down 7-10. Let's just get the first down and just keep the clock moving, and let's try and get some touchdowns. They're in a pretty good spot. They're on the is that the 26? Yeah,
yep.
26-yard line. They're on 26-yard line. So, all right, I'll play. You let me know when you want me to stop.
Yep. And stop. Okay. So right now, for anyone watching, Logan Thomas is starting to move his head to make eye contact with the quarterback. Heinicke hasn't really moved his eyes at all. I think that Logan Thomas was the primary receiver here.
Yeah.
So they are drawing up a play for Logan Thomas to make a play here. And Logan Thomas is turning his head around because he knows he's recognizing it properly, and Heinicke as well at the same time, that this is cover 2. The linebackers have sunk as deep as they're going to go. And that means that once Logan Thomas clears this guy, which he's about to do in about a half a second, he will be in between the linebackers' zone responsibility and the safeties' zone responsibilities. So if you're going to throw the ball, it's got to be now.
Right.
It's got to be an anticipation thing. It's got to be a good chemistry kind of thing. And they're on the same page, so we can keep
For
playing it
sure.
here.
I do want to say this. I
Yeah.
like how he does, again, looks for the downfield thing. That's a young quarterback. I mean, he's not a young quarterback, but as far as his experience goes, he's a newer quarterback in the NFL. That's J.D. McKissick right there, about at the line of scrimmage. All right, and they could take that. They could probably get 5-6 yards out of it, little dump pass, take the safe route. He's looking. McKissick is all ready to go if need be, which, that's good on his end. But Heinicke wants to push the ball downfield. I'm always going to praise this any chance that I get, that some of these younger guys are not taking the safety valves.
Sure.
I know Tom Brady made a career out of taking the safety valve. That's just how talented his guys were. That's how great blocking was, this and that. But for a guy like Heinicke, who's maybe a little bit nervous, he's been here before. He's been in obviously playoff games and stuff like that. McKissick's right there, just a yard shy of the line of scrimmage, and he could take that and probably get a couple yards. But I like his aggressiveness here.
Now, I will say, upon watching that for, I don't know, 8th or 9th time, Andrew Lenz would appreciate this. If this was old school days, Logan Thomas is cream
Is dead,
and it's
yes.
not a completed pass.
Yes.
Because you do see the safety checks up a little bit. So,
Thanks, Mel Blunt.
God bless Mel Blunt. Logan Thomas maybe might say to Heinicke, hey, man, in the future, if you could not throw a ball that makes me kind of lay out my whole body to make a play, that'd be cool. But at the same time, that's the way that you beat a zone coverage. You have to have anticipation. You have to have good ball placement. It was like 90% of a perfect zone beating play.
No, for sure. If he threw it a little, like I said, if you get it on track a little bit, Thomas might have got a couple extra yards, but unfortunately, that's kind of how you have to
sometimes
to beat that. There's no really wide open lane unless Logan Thomas speed burns him, and that's not his job to do, not at all.
No.
And that's not an attribute of his. So I think it was, like I said, the placement not great. Placement was not great, but as far as going to the right guy, going to Logan Thomas, hitting that strike and pushing, getting a first down, I think it was very good awareness by Taylor Heinicke, very confident, because that was not an easy window to throw into.
Not at all. No. In fact, I would see a younger version of Taylor Heinicke if he would have entered the league earlier in his career. I don't know if he even attempts that throw, because it's very scary to be staring down a linebacker and delivering with confidence where you're going to put it over top of him. You've seen all the clips of great linebackers making a career off of lazy or just incompetent quarterback play where you are staring right through a linebacker and he knows exactly where you're going with the ball, because at the end of the day, Heinicke is looking right at that linebacker when he throws that ball. It's just the linebacker isn't deep enough,
Right.
which I don't think that necessarily, probably by the way he's coached, I don't think he did anything wrong either. I don't think the linebacker's wrong for being as close to the line of scrimmage as he is, because it is a second down play.
Yeah, usually second down, that's kind of when you like to hand the ball off, get as close as you can.
You got three
Make
timeouts.
three
you got
timeouts,
the 2-minute
right.
warning coming up.
Make the third down easier.
Yeah.
That's typically the mindset a lot of coaches go into. Is second down, great if you get it. If not, make sure it's a play that's good enough to give you an easy third down.
Mm-hmm.
And defensive coaches look at it that way too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So let's take another look at this play. All right. Blue 80. Fake handoff. Oh, yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been really bad.
Yeah.
It would have been bad.
He would have been absolutely cream. In fact, we don't even have to go that far back. Let's go back to the Bob Sanders days. Bob Sanders would have absolutely destroyed himself and
Yes,
Logan
he would
Thomas.
have. Yes, that is both true.
But he brought him, made a great play.
Yeah, that's true. And he would have been out for 6 weeks. That's how Bob Sanders was. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
But yeah. So let's another run through. All right, calls it fake handoff. The defense doesn't really bite. Actually, it's kind of interesting. The linebackers don't really bite until the handoff. They can tell like it's a fake handoff.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really. I mean, they're playing. They haven't moved a whole lot. 2-yard shuffle, but right after that fake handoff, it was kind of interesting look, like a visual cue, I guess, for a lot of people who don't know how defenses operate, what they really look for. We see the aerial visual too. Like these fake handoffs don't look all that great from aerial view, but if you're looking flat on the field, they're actually very convincing sometimes.
Yeah,
especially with the line is bunched up as it is. But I think as soon as they see Heinicke reset himself, these are all the little meticulous things. That's why sometimes with fake handoffs, quarterbacks reset themselves to try and sell the pass a little bit. But these Giants linebackers were pretty well aware. It's just Heinicke had a split second on him. Thomas had a split second on him to kind of make this play and make it work.
Yeah, that's what 54 is Martinez for the
Blake
Giants?
Martinez, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah. He actually kind of does peek in the direction of Logan Thomas.
Yeah.
Before he starts dropping off into his coverage, but I mean he was the far side linebacker anyways, so it's not his responsibility.
No, shouldn't be.
It's the other linebacker's responsibility. So,
right.
But, I mean, there a lot of things went into the play action, the fact that J.D. McKasick was clearly just an underneath route for a dump off that probably held that other linebacker just enough, that he wasn't able to drop back in his coverage.
Right.
So,
no, it was a pretty good play. I mean, Heinicke looked pretty good in the pocket. The line holds up pretty well.
Great.
I dare say.
Yeah.
They did pretty good. So, yeah, very, very good execution. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a touchdown every single time.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds, ball's out of his hands, easy-ish.
Yeah.
First time completion.
For sure. All right, once more. Yep, good pass protection.
Little hesitation from Logan Thomas at the line of scrimmage.
But not too shabby. But all right. There it is.
He's a fun little success story in his own right, Logan Thomas.
Oh, I definitely appreciate Logan Thomas' story. Definitely appreciate it.
319! 399! Cut! 3-3!
Yeah, spot.